Syndrome. Exterminating heroes, it's against the law. You can't be a superhero if you break the law. But sure enough, he truly believes he will be.
I'll be a bigger hero than you ever were.
Last time I discussed Syndrome in a Discovering Disney episode, I theorized Buddy's narcissistic personality disorder and his crushed dream was the catalyst for his damaged mind to become Syndrome. To see that full explanation on how Buddy Pine descended into villainy, definitely check out the link in the description. But today, we are focusing on the next chapter of Buddy's life, the plot he convinced himself would make him a super. Hello, I'm Isaac from Walt Videos, where we discuss fun topics for fun people, and today I'm going to theorize on why Syndrome believed he would be a hero in the final part of his full story. If you'd like to learn more about Syndrome, I've provided all the links to the movies and the resources I used in the description. And to continue discussing Disney with me, make sure to subscribe and to click that notification button. After his rejection by Mr. Incredible and he descends into Syndrome, what he is craving isn't really revenge or power or wealth. All he really wants is to earn the respect from the super he looked up to.
Am I good enough now?
He may not have had any powers, but he believed if he could achieve what Mr. Incredible had done in the past, become a hero, he could be venerated. The issue was that Syndrome didn't understand what it meant to be a hero. While heroes are supposed to stand up for the weak, empathize with citizens, and fight for justice, Syndrome distorted the idea of a hero, as some of the greatest and most relatable villains do. In his mind, he believed to be a hero, he simply had to be strong. He had to be tough. He had to be threatening.
It was wrong to treat you that way. I'm sorry.
See? Now you respect me, because I'm a threat. That's the way it works.
To me, I don't think that's what a hero is. Being a hero is not about what you do physically, it's about the actions you take and the emotion you have for people. Syndrome was one of the smartest individuals in the world, but for some reason, he just didn't have a concept of morality. To be the greatest super, Syndrome felt he had to take on the most formidable entity, and he believed he could create that force. But this wasn't what he was only after. Syndrome, having longed to be recognized as special or with the capacity to do great things, wished to remove the world of its oh so precious powers.
I'm old and I've had my fun. I'll sell my inventions so that everyone can be superheroes. Everyone can be super. And when everyone's super, no one will be.
By eradicating supers and turning any future heroes redundant with his technology, he desires to forcefully create an egalitarian world to render heroes useless and insignificant the way he felt because of Mr. Incredible. After he earned respect from being a super, he never wanted another hero to rise again. Syndrome's goals of destroying supers and rising as a hero himself were all crafted into his plot titled Operation Chronos. The name Chronos alludes to the king of the ancient mythological titans named Chronos, who is remembered for being a god of the destructive and all-devouring time, and as the leader of those who fought against the Greek gods. Since the supers were seen as gods,
I used to design for gods.
By naming this plan Chronos, Syndrome is suggesting he is a powerful entity who desires to wage war against the heroes and rise above them. Using his intellect, he designed destructive inventions for individuals around the world.
Turns out there are a lot of people, whole countries, who want respect, and they will pay through the nose to get it. How do you think I got rich? I invented weapons.
But of course, he crafted a few for himself.
I saved the best inventions for myself.
With the riches from selling these weapons, he built facilities, hired henchmen, and manipulated individuals to follow his plans. Most notably, his love interest Mirage. She was attracted to the power Syndrome wielded and felt he was misunderstood. He may have cared about the woman in some type of Syndrome fashion, but by the way he played with her life, it seemed like he was really exploiting her compassion to utilize her elusive agent skills. If you are interested on my findings into the origin of Mirage, make sure to check out my video on her in the description. With all of these resources at his disposal, the weapon Syndrome designed to allow him to face and defeat so many heroes was of course the Omnijoin. Over many years, he lured supers to the island to test and refine his Omnijoin to continuously make it smarter, more efficient, and more powerful, ending many supers' lives in the process. Syndrome was prioritizing his own personal gain over people who had dedicated their lives to protecting all people. These heroes Buddy had looked up to as a child, and who may have even saved him in the past, were now just dehumanized objects of his experiments. These supers were used and killed, all in an effort to create something worthy of facing Mr. Incredible. With the allure of money and the ability to resume hero work, Syndrome brings Mr. Incredible to No Madison Island, defeats him with the Omnidroid, and captures him. This is where Syndrome can finally confront his once esteemed hero in hopes of receiving respect for his success. But when that doesn't come, he derives pleasure from Mr. Incredible's pain. Syndrome mocks him.
I mean, Mr. Incredible calling for help? Help me, help me. Lame, 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 lame!
And crushes Mr. Incredible in one of his darkest moments.
I seem to recall you prefer to work alone.
Even if Mr. Incredible won't acknowledge his prowess, Syndrome finally feels like he has proven himself as he has torn down the man who broke him.
Oh, I'm real. Real enough to defeat you!
And with the knowledge the Omnidroid has the capabilities to destroy even Mr. Incredible, proving to him he has created the truly unstoppable force he set out to create, the final phase of Operation Chronos begins. Syndrome plans on creating a show for the world by launching the Omnidroid into Metroville, especially for Mr. Incredible to see. This is his moment to shine, the time when he can finally prove himself to be a worthy hero. But there's one problem. Syndrome had created the Omnidroid to be uncontrollable. You see, Syndrome had made some recent untested changes to the Omnidroid.
After you trashed the last one, I had to make some major modifications.
And these modifications sure did help the Omnidroid become a better weapon, but it was a weapon that could no longer be controlled by one person. And because of this, Syndrome's moment is stripped away again by Mr. Incredible. After 15 years of working and planning, Syndrome's dream of creating himself as a hero by facing the most powerful force he could create failed. Everything he had built, all of his dreams of becoming a hero, were squandered again by Mr. Incredible, leaving him unknown and not respected. But even if he would have been able to defeat the Omnidroid, he still would have never been remembered as a hero because he never understood what it meant to be a hero. Syndrome had the suit and the technology to make him powerful, but he was in it for his ego, and I think this lack of empathy would have come through. Syndrome attempts desperately one last time to take revenge on the supers by stealing one to raise as his own, stating that he will be everything Mr. Incredible wasn't, but again, he's too emotional and arrogant to see his story was coming to an end. Okay, I've been doing a lot of Pixar discussions recently, which have been fun, but I definitely need some more original Disney films in my life, so make sure to subscribe so you can be notified when my new Snow White video comes out on Thursday. If you enjoyed this video or any of my videos and would like to help the channel grow to infinity and beyond with more merchandise, shows, and more, then please consider checking out my Patreon page at patreon.com/WatsoVideos and check out some of the awesome reward tiers like the Watso Discord server, where you can come talk to me and other fans, or make a donation of any kind. I want to continue to keep my videos available for free for everyone, so a couple of bucks to spare goes a long way to help the channel be the most magical show on the internet. Thank you for donating, but most importantly, thanks for watching. So now it's time for the question of the day, sponsored by my patrons. What are you doing for the 4th of July? Unfortunately, I cannot go up to Michigan like I normally do for the 4th this year, so instead I'll be hanging out with some of my friends. Let me know your plans in the comment section, along with any other ideas you have for future Discovering Disney episodes. If you'd like to see more Watso videos, then check out some awesome pics over here, and as always, thanks for watching and have a magical day.